Hi everyone. My name is Sylvia Mather and I am a hypnotherapist. And I'm going to offer you something today that I can guarantee you haven't heard about so far and probably won't this afternoon either. I've been a hypnotherapist for about 4 years now, but I've got a lot of experience in working with people. So why is a hypnotherapist on a wedding show, you might be asking, and I'm sure you will. And I just want to offer you something really unique today. And I'm going to tell you why I came up with this idea. So a couple of years ago, I went to one of my friend's weddings, and it was an absolutely lovely day. She looked amazing. Everything went to plan. I mean, we all had a great time. The food was great. Everything was lovely. And I wouldn't have said one negative thing about it. And I was meeting up with her about a week later after the wedding. And we were having a coffee. And I was like, oh, that was such a great day. How are you feeling? And everything. She was like, oh, I was just glad when it was all over. And I thought, oh, you were just glad when it was all over. Why? And she said, oh, well, I was so stressed about the food, like, because some people don't like this and some people didn't like that, and some people looked like they weren't having a good time, and I was so worried about it. I was like, all right. And she went, and I just felt so uncomfortable in my dress all day. I hated being the centre of attention. I was like, right. And she said, and after we'd said our vows and everything, I did feel a little bit better, but I can't even remember doing it. I can't even remember a thing. It just all went by so quickly. I was so worried. I was like, that's really awful. I thought you were going to say, yeah, no, it was brilliant, the best day ever. And that got me thinking, because, feeling stressed about preparations, about organising a wedding, is something that as a hypnotherapist, I can very easily take away. Feeling self-conscious about what you're wearing is something that a hypnotherapist can take away immediately. She had wanted to lose weight. That was the thing that had most worried her. And when it got to the wedding day, she hadn't lost what she thought she needed to. We all thought she looked great, but she didn't feel comfortable. And that's the main thing. And hypnotherapy would have been something that would really have helped her make some positive changes to the way that she felt, whether that meant changing her eating habits or not. And if it was that, then we could have resolved that as well. So I'm a real romantic at heart, to be honest. I just really love the ideas of weddings and of love and happiness and joy. And I just think we don't have many chances to have lovely days, and the world can be a crazy place. But I think on your wedding day, that's one day when you should be feeling great. And if there's anything that I can do to alleviate anything that's going to get in the way of that, then that's what I'm interested in. So I put together a couple of years ago my hypnotherapy wedding packages. So let me tell you a little bit about them. There are 2 packages and one that I've just launched, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. So the first package is the Perfectly Prepared package. Now that consists of 4 sessions with me, and we look at all aspects of what may be going on for you. So that may be that you want to make some lifestyle changes, or it may be that you're feeling stressed out about all sorts of things, and it may be things out of the wedding. It may be just work, and now you haven't, because of work, you haven't got time to plan the wedding. So we'll look at all of that over 4 sessions, leaving you perfectly prepared for your wedding day. The second package is the Sublime package. This focuses on something quite specific. So say, for example, you were really nervous about making a speech, or nervous in particular about saying your vows. We could work on that very specific issue in that one session. then you also get a follow-up relaxation session, and that can be taken any time in the preparation before your wedding day. So those are my two main packages that I've been running for a couple of years. The last package is something that I'm not even going to advertise on my website because it's so exclusive. It is completely tailored to your needs, and by that I mean that it may involve me spending a day with you, perhaps going over some really important issues, or you know what, I'm not going to say too more about that. That's the exclusive package, and if you want to know more, you get in touch and we'll talk that one through, but it's very special. So the Perfectly Prepared package, I recommend you start that at least 3 months before your wedding date. Okay. The Sublime Calm package can be used at any time, but I suggest about a month before your wedding for that one. Some couples actually do both packages. So they'll do the Perfectly Prepared, which might focus on lifestyle changes and feeling calm and confident. And then closer to the wedding date, they might have a top-up session with me to really just hone that in, focus on anything that might be still lingering, and have a nice relaxation. What I also offer, which is really fun and nice, is relaxation parties. So it's quite a nice add-on to your traditional hen party. So you're going to have, nowadays, there seems like you have to have about 5 different hen parties to suit and fit in everyone. So this is quite a nice one to do if you're sort of looking for a nice pamper evening, girls round, and everyone can get involved in this. So it doesn't matter what age, everyone's going to enjoy it. And the evening consists of some talk around self-care, a lovely hypnotherapy relaxation session, which just really makes you feel fantastic. And then everybody goes home with a lovely bath treat. So it's a nice couple of hours in the evening. Once I've gone, then you can have the wine, but not before. So don't do hypnotherapy if you've had alcohol. However, what I usually do with my previous parties is I'll come about 5, leave about 7, and then you can crack open the wine. So it's a lovely add-on to any hen party preparations that you may have. What I thought would be really good to kind of illustrate what can be achieved with these sessions is I'm going to tell you about a case study. Now, I started working with this couple just before Christmas last year. Now, they were a man and a woman. Both had very busy lifestyles, had their own business each, and their wedding was planned for July. They both were finding it hard to focus on wedding preparations, but they both also wanted to make changes to their lifestyle. They were very busy eating a lot of junk food because they didn't have time to cook, so they thought, weren't getting to the gym, just feeling really sluggish. And then the bride in particular was feeling really, really anxious about trying on a wedding dress or even shopping for a wedding dress. She didn't have one. Now, the work that we did together resulted in this. Both of them made really massive changes to their business life, because the wonder of hypnotherapy is it spreads out into all aspects of your life. So they really, really honed down on what they were doing with their businesses, which meant that they were much more calm and focused. And the wedding plans became an actual easy and enjoyable part that they really enjoyed doing. Before, they were just like, oh, no, it's something that we've got to do, and they didn't want to do it. The next part was that both of them lost between 1 and 3 stone. Now, they did that not through any weird, ridiculous diet. They just stopped eating the rubbish. And then they also found loads of motivation. So they started going to the gym every day. And the bride, she started doing Pilates every day. And it wasn't a mad, crazy exercise routine. They just naturally did it, and just without even noticing. So the results were that she went and tried on wedding dresses and looked in the mirror and thought, yeah, I like what I see. And that was, for me, a real lovely moment. Now, as you might have guessed by the timing, their wedding was actually supposed to take place last week. Now, because they didn't want to have just the limited number of guests, they have postponed until next year. But what they said to me was that had they not had the hypnotherapy, they would have been so stressed and overwhelmed by the news that their wedding couldn't go ahead. So they were overjoyed that they had done this preparation work, because they were now feeling so calm and so in control and so confident that this was something that they could easily manage. So they have postponed their wedding, made all the arrangements, and now that is in hand, and they're just looking forward to getting married. So that is just a little bit of an example of what you can achieve. Now, I know that I've said that these are packages, however, they are tailored to your needs. So, like just with that couple, they had, they wanted to focus a little bit on time management, but it may have been a different issue. So, whatever you present me with, that's what we'll work with. The end result is you feeling in control. The end result is you feeling calm, but most of all, enjoying every aspect of your wedding preparations and wedding day. And I just think that is a really massive part of the wedding industry that's missing. Because I feel like as soon as you start planning a wedding or saying that you're getting married, suddenly there's a lot of pressure, even from family. They're like, well, who are you going to invite? And do you want me to do this? And such can make you a cake. And oh, well, I must go wedding dress shopping. And what about flowers? And what colour are you going to do this? And how many bridesmaids are you going to have? A lot of preparations thrown into your life. And I think at this time and society, we have busy lives. And planning a wedding on top isn't easy. However, with hypnotherapy, it really can be. So I'd really like you to give me a call. And anyone who mentions that they've seen me today, will get a 10% discount on any packages that they want and book. I deliver the sessions either face-to-face or via Zoom, depending where you are in the country or the world, indeed. That is just as effective. And also with that exclusive packages, there is a little bit more involved in that. But please do email me on sylvia@hummingbirdmindtherapy.uk, and my website is hummingbirdhypnotherapy.net. Now look, I'm coming to the end of my slot, so if there's any questions, then I will be really happy to answer them right now. I'll just see if anybody pops on and has anything to ask. That would be amazing. I think the thing with hypnotherapy is there's a lot of misconceptions about it. And I think until you try, then you don't know. Funnily enough, the couple that I was just talking about, the partner of the bride, he was very apprehensive and kind of being dragged along by his girlfriend. But he was absolutely astounded at the results and just thoroughly enjoyed the experience as well, because it's extremely relaxing, and if nothing else, you get an amazing relaxing experience, which is always good for us. Let me see. Also, if you'd like me to send you out the brochure, I can do that. You can just email me again, and you can find all my contact details on the website, as well as links to Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I also am just about to launch a Perfectly Prepared Bride Facebook group. Now, in there, you're going to find out a lot more about what I do, and we're going to have some experts in there helping you feel your absolute best on your wedding day. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you today. Thank you for watching and listening, and I really do hope to see you soon.